We're back with another one, Off the Chain podcast. It's your boy Moneybag E. We got co-host Klimco Productions, and we got artist Kyash D.
Yeah, man,
What up, Kyash
blessings.
D?
I
Blessings.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
Respect, man. You know the chi.
Yeah, so you were saying you're from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just moved out here about a year ago.
Yeah. I would say no, not a year ago. I would
Not
say
even
about 7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
Nice. And you were making music back in Jamaica as well.
Same way. Right through every day.
Nice, man. You came through. You had some fire.
Yeah.
Track was fire.
Respect, man.
What brought you out here in the first place?
Music. Music bring we everywhere. So music. Yeah, definitely.
Fire. Yeah. So explain to us how was the music scene in Jamaica when you were starting off?
All right. The music scene in Jamaica for me, more than say, it dep on a level. I'm not the big thing yet, but we are build a motion, if you get what I'm saying. We got motion in Jamaica, you know what I mean? Yeah, Young 90s religion, that's my movement in Jamaica. So we got motion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Explain on what was it? You said young. What was it?
Young 90s.
What is that?
So Young 90s, all right, let me explain. So Young 90s is my movement. So how I come about with Young 90s is that, all right, but then, so the hot thing that they call dancehall, that was really created back in the 90s. So when they say 90s dancehall, that's when dancehall was the hottest, the peak.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And now, me born in the 90s, me a 90s baby.
Yeah.
And, we are do it big and we're hot. We got the vibe, we got the style, we got the lyrics, we got flow, we got everything. So why
Yeah.
not just say we're the Young 90s religion? You get what I'm saying? So that's how Young 90s religion
Yeah,
come
like it's
about.
like your brand.
Yeah, that's the brand, yeah.
Nah, I fuck with that.
And when did
That's
you
why.
come up with that brand? Was that like around the same time you started making music, or is that something you kind of always had even before that?
Yeah, that was created not just by me, but by my friends them. Like all the way we grew up, me have other artists him back then him used to do it the same way. So all the way create this movement, but I'm the one who just push it, you know what I mean?
That's
I'm
fire.
out there
Yeah,
because we mean
keep
business.
it going. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
fire.
And we believe in ourselves. So at the end of the day, even if nobody not going to tag along, we're gonna push it because we believe in something, right?
That's what it's
That
about.
is it.
Yeah. Nah, I fuck with that. I believe that's big with artists. You
Yeah,
need that.
man.
If you don't got that, you ain't an artist.
You
You
know
ain't
what I
a real
mean?
artist. You need something backing you, like your brand. You know
Brand,
what
you
I mean?
have to
Like,
have a
it's big.
movement,
It's
you know what I
like-
mean?
Yeah.
You gotta
Nah, I
have something
like
that somebody wanna
Yeah.
say, I wanna be a part of that.
Right. And you say you're the one to like push that, like you're the main one to push that. As the artist, you're kind of always front and center. And even growing up in Jamaica, were you always kind of that person? You know what I mean?
To push out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I was always that youth, even at school, you know what I mean, was that one day. You're gonna know me.
Yeah, cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna know me.
That's fine.
And did that kind of attitude even inspire your journey to starting music? And
Believe me.
how long ago was that for you when you actually first started making music?
Alright, I started making music back in high school. I would say around uh 2013. Yeah. 2013. Back then.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
About 12, 13 years
Yeah,
ago.
but as I say, professionally, 7 years, you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, how do you feel coming to Connecticut and America? How do you feel the music scene is? How you liking it? What do you feel about it?
It's good.
Yeah.
They need me right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fine.
They need somebody like me, fresh
Yeah.
off the island. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We
Yeah.
got sauce. We
Yeah.
got everything.
Nah,
we
I
got the
agree.
flavor.
That's
See
fire.
you know what I mean? We don't wash out.
Yeah.
So we're active. So
Yeah.
they need
Keep him
a
going.
young
son.
gun like me right now. Young 90s, Kyash
Yeah.
D.
Hell yeah. Nah, it's fire. So have you been doing shows out here?
Yeah, I've been doing a couple shows.
Yeah, where
You know what
at?
I mean? In Connecticut.
In Connecticut?
Yeah, Waterbury.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that?
Good, 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 good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Good. It's
fire. Yeah.
it's it's good. Even though the most of the people they just catching on to the movement, they loving it.
Yeah.
So it's good. I can say it's good. Very, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, how has the feedback been? Because obviously, your style is a big switch up from a lot of what you see in Connecticut. You know what I mean? So how has that feedback been? Even seeing the crowd respond to your music.
Yeah, definitely, man. The crowd loving it. The crowd is in the cloud. Believe me,
Yeah,
they're
it's fire.
loving it. I
Yeah,
swear, yeah,
it's
man.
fire. Yeah, so you came through for an off the chain performance. First of all, the beat selection on that was I like that. That was Alicia Keys sample on that. That was like I was like, oh shit, and it's been crazy because people been bringing some
Yeah, we've
good
been having a
samples.
lot of
It's been
different samples like that
yeah
on here. It seems like that's like a
yeah
lot of people are getting inspired, especially by like the
yeah.
old school kind of sound.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
you
how
know?
yours was put together, it was a well put together song,
Nice.
and especially what you brought to the table on it was fire,
Great.
bro.
Fired,
Like
man.
you know what I mean?
And
Um,
I'm a lover of good beats.
yeah.
As long as the beats fire, that's
Mm.
me. Kyash D is on it.
So do you got a team you've been working with? Where did you come across that beat, and then who put it together for you?
Oh, that beat was released on YouTube, to tell you the truth about it.
Okay,
You know what I
YouTube
mean?
beat.
Yeah. But it's fired,
Yeah,
and we got it,
and you
and we
yeah
just make it happen.
yeah
You know what I
yeah
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fire.
Cause
Yeah.
that's how we go. If we go on the YouTube, they're selling beat, they're leasing beat, the
Mm.
beats fire. I
Yeah
love music.
yeah.
I'm an artist. We need
Oh
beats.
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh yeah, you use what you could
you
find.
know what I
Yeah
mean? Yeah.
yeah. You make
How has that recording process been? I mean, I'm assuming you had to come here and either find a studio or find a new process to record. You know what I mean?
mm,
To tell you about the recording thing, I told you I'm a lover of music. So anywhere I go, music follow.
mm,
So I always have my little setup
yeah
anywhere I go.
yeah.
I stay recording, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that because
Yeah.
then it could be like 6 a.m., 5 a.m.
One
You
o'clock, three
just set it.
o'clock.
You just hit that record button and
You
you
know what
let
I
it
mean?
down.
Ain't
Nah,
no
you need that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you mix it down, do everything
No,
yourself?
I don't do the mixing.
Okay.
I do record and I clean up the track. But I
Mm-hmm.
got a producer
Mm.
in Belize, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, he's in
Yeah.
Belize.
King King Cash.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Fire. That's cool. You got
Yeah,
a nice little
yeah.
setup. You know what I
And
mean?
then I got a next producer by the name of Mojo
Mojo.
Santana. He's in
Okay.
Jamaica.
Oh, fire.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So you
They're
got the
fired.
team working all
Yeah.
over the country.
You
In the
know what I
countries.
mean?
Yeah.
Because Cash
Nah,
D
that's
is
cool,
all
bro.
about that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Teamwork, make the dream
Hell
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I fuck with that, man.
And you even spoke about earlier when we were talking before about the importance of bringing things back home. You know what I mean? That, it's not maybe not necessarily a hit here unless it's a hit there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I wanted you to speak on that a
the
little bit.
thing is with dancehall, you know, Jamaica got to sign you. They gotta sign that bird paper and say, all right, here you go.
Mm.
Take him now. He's good to go.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So even though you might be popping in the States, you gotta go back to the motherland, you know what I mean, and set that
They gotta
pace and
approve
then
you. Yeah. If they don't
get that
approve you,
approval and
you're
then
not
yeah,
you're not
take on the
approved.
road
Yeah.
again.
That's
Yeah,
real deal
that's it.
shit.
That's Jamaica,
Yeah.
man.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And you say you've been doing music professionally for 7 years. How has that just whole process been? And when you like finally made it as a professional, like what was that feeling like to be able to say like this is what I do professionally? It's not just a hobby.
I love it. You know what I mean? And from then until now doing it, it's it's been a growing process. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every day I learn something different, something new. You know what I mean? So it's always growing. It's always growing. People always saying, "Yo, this one is better than the last one." It's always like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how
Yeah. Keep growing. You
keep
got. It
growing. You know
takes
what I mean?
time.
It
You know.
takes time. You
It
know what I
might.
mean?
Yeah.
And even though you're doing it professionally, you know what I mean, that you might have hits, but it's like season for the hits.
Mm.
So you can do a song this year, and maybe this song that you did this year hit
Yeah. Oh
two
yeah.
years after.
There's no expiration
You
on
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's how music is. You know what I mean? It's a time and place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's my time, it's my time, and nobody
Mm-hmm.
can stop that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
the
that.
right, definitely the right mindset to have.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
keep going regardless. You
Yeah,
never nowadays
regardless.
anything can
Yeah.
catch you at
Yeah.
any time.
No, I agree with that.
Definitely,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Hell yeah. So let them know. Do you got anything dropping?
Yeah,
Coming up or
I have couple singles out right now.
yeah, let them know
You
where to
know,
find it. What it
Spotify,
is.
Apple Music. You know, that's Kyash D, KYASH.D. You understand? If you don't know who to ask, you can ask Google. Google will tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I have a new single coming out right now. It's called One Chip City. You know, it's a more of a ranchy dancehall vibe. You know what I mean? They would call it trap dancehall.
Trap dancehall.
Yeah.
What's that like? Trap music mixed with
Yeah,
dancehall.
mix it a little
Dancehall.
dancehall. That's another
Yeah.
thing in Jamaica right
Yeah.
now. Trap
That's big.
dancehall. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
growing big. You know what I
Explain
mean?
on that. Like,
Trap
what's that? What's that
dancehall.
about?
Yo,
Yeah.
all right. Trap dancehall is like a more, I would say it's more like a more free mind, free speech, and different tempo. But you know, it's still dancehall, but
Mm.
we just classify it as trap dancehall.
Mm.
You know, cause we talk about traps,
Mm.
things that happen in the trap. You know,
Mm.
illegal stuff and all of them
Mm.
shit. So we just
Yeah.
say it's trap dancehall. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, that's
I
that's
fuck with
that's
that.
what popping in Jamaica
Yeah.
really. So,
Yeah.
but
No.
Chip City, that's a part of that part. You know what I mean?
Bringing it out here.
Yeah,
Bringing it right to the
definitely. Cause
America.
we're
Yeah.
that artist. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Fine. Oh yeah, we appreciate you coming through,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Definitely
Respect,
nice
man.
meeting you
appreciate you
and
pulling
shit.
up.
Definitely.
That's it, man.
Oh yeah. It's your boy Moneybaggy. You can find me at Moneybag45 or Warehouse 860.
It's your boy Klimko Productions. You can find me at KLIMKO Productions. This is Off the Chain Podcast.
Yeah, kill that
This
shit.
is Kyash D, Young 90s Religion, and we're outside.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Fire.